the body has to sense the environment to get an idea of what is really happening. And if it's unable to do that, or it doesn't map that or make an understanding of where the message is coming from in the right way, then that is going to have a tremendous effect on how the interpretation of the message is. So to best understand this brain-body mapping process, we need to look into the brain at the somatosensory cortex, namely the sensory strip, which divides the frontal and parietal lobes in the brain and has a lot to do with how the body senses various information, of course, how it also responds to it, but how it also prioritizes that information that comes in. Now, if you ever seen pictures online where you have that figure that has big hands, big feet, big lips, and big genitals, that would be called the homunculus. Now, why those areas are bigger than some of the other areas is because that's the priority. Those are the areas that are more sensory rich. And if you think about it practically speaking, if my hands are key with trying to figure out where I'm at in space, my lips, due to eating and food, and the face is very sensitive as well. I need to protect my face. I also need to eat. That's part of survival. And if you think about it too, with the feet, I need to know where I'm at in space. And of course, the genitals are usually a sensitive area. So if we get hit there, it doesn't usually feel too good, right? But it also has to do with procreation and survival and so on. So you can see how all of these areas are very much related to how the brain prioritizes information. Now, when it comes to lack, sensory-wise, if the brain is not able to sense an area more effectively because it's never been exposed to it or has very minimal exposure to that, that's going to affect the perception, which is going to be altered, and how the body responds with specificity to that given stressor and stimulus. And that's important for us to understand, because when it comes to being an efficient mover or movement efficiency, our goal is to have the most accuracy in our interpretation of the information, as well as the right response to meet those specific demands.